to be doing a review on a foundation, and it's the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. I have had this for over a month. Like, the first time it ever hit the shelves, I bought it. And I was trying to get myself to like it because my first impression of it was horrible. But I think I might have finally kind of got to use it for wearing it. It's not my everyday because this is not my favorite. I will give you the full complete review right after my application, and I will be wearing it for 8 hours. So this is the bottle. It's very vintage. I think it looks pretty cute actually. It's just not practical. My doggies. Anyway, like, it's messy. That's what I hate about it. You see that? No matter how hard you try to keep this bottle clean, it's just not gonna happen. Okay, I just put like a drop. It's very, very runny and it goes so fast. You gotta keep up with it and you have to do this really fast. It feels really good. I love the feeling of this foundation. No foundation I've tried feels as like silky and smooth like this. And I didn't put any concealer on that spot right there that I had, but you can definitely still see the spot. You gotta go fast because it dries. It turns into powder once it touches your skin. So you're all like, oh my god. So that's why I wouldn't suggest dotting it all over the face and then buffing it in, because it doesn't stay fluid even though it looks extremely liquidy. It is very light. It feels almost like, it's so silky, it feels like that silicone feel. Like I have oil, I'm just spreading oil on my face. But, I mean, it's really light. And yes, it does actually dry. I did have concealer under my eyes. It does dry to a powder finish. That's half of my face. And what do you know? I have a nice scar on the other side too, so you can compare how much it covers. I would definitely use... Oh my god, I spilled it on my carpet. This is what I was afraid of! It wasn't even the dogs. It was me and my inability to balance the bottle. This foundation's just not working out for me. It's pissing me off. Now I'm pissed off. Man. Okay, I'm gonna put some Boing concealer by Benefit on my ugly spot. And I'm pretty sure this foundation is what gave me this acne, because nothing else has been new. This is not a first impression. I have been trying this for like a while, like when it first came out. And I'm just like looking at these reviews that are telling me how amazing it is. And here I am looking at it and going, this is not amazing. What do you want? Okay. For me, I have to set it with a powder. And I'm gonna use the Revlon Nearly Naked powder. Fluffy brush. And set. You're probably like, why would you set it with a powder if it turns into powder? Well, it was still liquid at first, okay? And I have very oily skin. I have to set everything. I feel like it does not last as long at all if you don't set it with a powder. So that kind of sucks too. But this is the finished, wait, it's not the finished face. I don't have anything else on. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm done. I have a little bronzer and a little blush on. That's all I needed. I don't know, I just feel really pale without it. Like, there's no dimension to the face. It just looks powdery and all. Ugh. Anyway, so the foundation. Magic foundation. It leaves a semi-matte finish. And what I mean by that is it's not so matte where it looks like it's very powdery until I put that powder on. Like, it just looks natural. It's like a natural skin finish, but it doesn't leave a very dewy look or anything like that by any means, like the Nearly Naked one, I think, by Revlon. That one left me looking very dewy, and I just knew within an hour it was gonna be gone. But yeah, I have on primer. Of course, I have moisturizer on before that. I have on primer. I have concealer on. You saw where I had to put it on because it doesn't cover it as good. You can still kind of see through it, but I'm okay. Like, if it shows through a little bit, it doesn't bother me like it does some people. And then I have the foundation, and then I set it with a powder. So that's what I have. I have a little bronzer on, like on the edges, and a little bit of blush. It's just very light. I'm gonna go throughout my day. I will be outside in the nice, hot, humid, sunny weather in Georgia right now. Thank God it's not raining. It's been raining for like a month straight. Sick of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go out, do my little errands. I'm gonna do a little gardening, meaning I'm gonna plant some things in my patio. I don't really have a garden. I live in an apartment, so I have little pots outside growing my own, like peppers and tomatoes and things. Yeah, don't laugh at me. But so stay tuned. I will be back with an update. 8 hours later. It's 7 o'clock right now. Is it? Yes, it is. It's 7:01. Okay, anyway. It's exactly 8 hours later, and I am actually very impressed. Look! I think I look pretty good. I didn't blot one time. Not one time after I showed you guys, like, when I put the powder on. Yes, my pores look bigger right around here. They usually do. I have very oily skin. My forehead doesn't look bad. My T-zone looks great. I mean, it looks a little blotchy. It looks a little blotchy, no lie. Like, especially on my cheeks. You couldn't, like, see through it and see redness through my cheeks, and that does look pretty gross. It's a very light coverage foundation. It doesn't cover much by any means at all. Where my blemishes are, the concealer has even kind of like rubbed off, even though I used Benefit's Industrial Strength Boink Concealer. It's still kind of rubbed off there. This is probably the best that this foundation has looked on me after such a long period of time. It could possibly be because of the primer that I used. I used the Becca Mattifying Primer. The foundation with a brush, it doesn't really work that good with my fingers. It works okay with the sponge too, but the sponge kind of soaks it all up, and they actually recommend on the bottle or wherever it is. It says, oh yeah, right on the bottle, not recommended for use with a sponge or brush. Why? I don't know, but the sponge soaks it all up because it just dries it up. But the brush is not that bad. That's what I use. When I use my fingers, it looks very uneven and blotchy, and I don't like using my fingers for foundation ever. My shade was 324 Buff Beige, and it has SPF 15. I mean, not 15, 18. I'm just blind. It has SPF 18. That's barely anything. Like, unless you're gonna have 25 or 30, it doesn't even really do anything for me. Overall, from 1 to 10, I will rate this a 7 because, yes, it feels very smooth on. They have an okay color variety. It's not that bad. It's so light coverage. If you go one shade up or one shade down, it should be pretty easy to blend. I just chose like a medium looking shade. I usually always go for like a beige or a medium shade. That's typically what I am in the drugstore side. I hate the packaging. Absolutely hate it. It looks cute to me, okay? It looks cute, but it's just so impractical, and it's a glass bottle. So if it falls down, like how it fell on my carpet, if it falls down in the bathroom where I am, like usually putting on my makeup, it's just gonna shatter and break everywhere. Or like if I'm over the sink hovering over to look at the mirror, if it falls in the sink, it's gonna shatter there. So I don't think it's practical, and that kind of makes it heavy, unnecessarily heavy too. And there's no pump, you just open it. It's a screw top, which makes it so messy because it's just so liquidy. I'm not a fan of that. The cost, it's not so bad. It cost me a little over $11, but I feel like if I'm gonna spend $11 on a foundation at the drugstore, I can find something better. I feel like they have better items there. Why work so hard just to have the right exact formula like I hit it today to make it stay all day when I have other items that I can use that work without me with any kind of setting or any kind of primer. This lighting. You guys get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, this is an okay foundation, but okay doesn't cut it for me when I have to work so hard to get it to stay on my face properly, when there are so many other things that work right off the bat. And also, if your skin is in any kind of bad condition, as in acne, or it just, you naturally have scars from the past, from whatever it is, or the texture of your skin might be a little rough, or if you have redness or hyperpigmentation for your skin, I don't recommend this at all. Because the first few times, few meaning like 10 times that I used this, it did not work for me, and I was on the line of like hating it, but today it just happened to work out, the right formula and everything. And I went outside. I don't know, what do you feel about this? Because some people love it because it just feels so good, but it has to do more than just feeling good on my skin for me to really love it. It needs to work with my skin. It needs to not break me out. It needs to help control my oil. It needs to even out my skin tone and everything. It's alright. I'm not going to repurchase this again. Nope. Unless like everything there just happens to get taken off the shelves or something, then I guess I can get it. I'll live with it because I know I can get it to work for me. But it's just sort of like a love-hate thing for me. I'm sad. You are so much trouble. This little bottle, you are just so much trouble, little Magic Nude liquid powder. Too much trouble. And your name is too long. So that's my review. It was not a first impression because my first impression was really bad on this foundation. I hope you liked it. That's my honest opinion on this. And if you want, you could also check out the before and after pictures on my blog. I'm gonna have all the details of the shade that I use, and you can see like close-ups of the pictures, and that will be all linked right below. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! I'm so grossed out. I have never spilled makeup on my carpet, okay? That's disgusting. It sucks. Oh, damn it. God. See, I spilled some on the bathroom counter, and I was like, man, I'm glad there was no carpet underneath, or it didn't spill on the little rug. But doing this review, I sit down on the floor, so it's like I'm gonna go about my day and do my errands. Maybe I'm just thrown off because it's like morning and I'm not a morning person, and that's what made me spill this. Does anybody know how to clean up? What is the best way to clean up liquid foundation off of the carpet? Tell me, because I've never done this, and I've been spraying it with stuff and it's not helping. It just looks muddy and wet, like it's never gonna get off. Maybe just some soap and water? At least it's like hidden in a place where nobody can really see it, and I'll just blame it on the dogs, and I'll be like, it's dog poop. Yeah, you know, they're puppies, they just kind of poop everywhere. Yeah.